Tonight, more than 1,000 stamp bags of fentanyl are off the streets after a bust in Penn Hills. And officers say there may have been a dog fighting ring at the same house. Police say 7 pit bulls were found living in awful conditions with signs of abuse and dog fighting. We're told most of the dogs had no water and none of them had food.
When the dogs first arrived, they were quite dirty. They were very thin. They had a lot of physical injuries. I don't think we realized at the time that these 7 dogs would change the entire fabric of Animal Friends in so many ways. Not knowing what the outcome was going to be, not knowing if they would ever make it to a place where it was going to be safe for us to place them, we were all committed, getting them to a point where they could play, they could enjoy their enrichment activities, they could spend time with us and not feel stressed or intense or on edge all the time.
So when we bring in groups of animals, we a lot of times give them a category of names. And so we started to look at potential names that often are referred to things with yoga or mindfulness, peace and tranquility, and we welcomed in 3 puppies. Om and Yogi were the 2 male puppies, and Shanti was a female puppy. Out of the adults, we had 1 female adult, her name was Prana, and the 3 adult males were Namaste, Mandala, and Chakra. I remember the first time I met Mandala, and I had met other dogs with trauma, and I had met other fearful dogs, and I just thought, okay, I'm gonna work with him the same way and everything will be the same. I had no idea that day I walked up to the kennel that I was gonna meet a dog that changed my life. Out of the 7 yoga dogs, Mandala in some ways was the most difficult and had the most to overcome. He had a great deal of physical trauma, but he also had a lot of emotional trauma that could be seen in his behavior and the way that he acted. Whenever I think about thinking outside the cage, it's Mandala and everything that we had to do to make sure that he could succeed while he was here. When we sat in the meeting talking about Mandala and deciding if he had come far enough that we were going to make him available, and the group of individuals collectively said yes, it was one of the most precious moments of my career.
Animal Friends has a responsibility. We have a responsibility to the animals in our care. We also have a responsibility to our community. The yoga dogs came in with a lot of history that obviously we were committed to trying to help to heal. Those wounds are deep. Prana could not be in the community and that we could feel safe about that. And so we had to say goodbye to Prana. I always have to remind myself that doesn't mean we failed with her. She came from a place where, she may have never played with a toy, had never walked through the woods, and she was able to come here and be a dog. We always want the ultimate goal for them to be that they can go into a home. But Prana left us knowing joy.
As of earlier this year, all of the dogs were made available for adoption.
Namaste, Yogi, Chakra, and Mandala are still here. Our focus now is to find the people who can understand them, who will care for them in the way that they need. We will be here as long as we need to for them to find that.
We really are looking for people that are able to see who they are as individuals and accept them for being those individuals.
They're ready for the next step. They're ready for snoozing on the couch. They're ready for those experiences that we try very hard to give them, but we cannot replicate what it is to be in a home.
The only way that we were able to do this for the past 4 years is because our community has supported us, whether that is through donations that help the organization run, to simply showing up to our events or coming here to adopt another animal.
We know there are other animals out there who need Animal Friends. We know there are other animals out there who are struggling with really complex medical issues, behavioral issues like the yoga dogs. This community can help in so many other ways than just adopting them. These kinds of cases require a lot. They require a lot of resources. They require a lot of time. They require a lot of people. And Only because of the support that this community gives this organization is any of that possible. In a lot of ways, knowing that we have that helps to keep us going, helps to keep us moving forward, helps us to know that when that phone rings next time and the next group of dogs, the next group of animals, needs Animal Friends, that we can feel confident to give those animals the second, third, fourth chance that they deserve.